A lot of funny cases happen on the roads every now and then, which force you to get out your phone and start shooting on camera. In this episode, you will find a selection of interesting moments on the road that were captured on camera, so let's go! This motorist got tired of paying fines, so he decided to take the situation into his own hands. Apparently, the future owner of this car was not destined to see it in perfect condition. The main thing is that this sign is not critically important, and no one was injured because of his mistake. The danger of driving on roads during floods is that no one can know what is hiding under the surface of the water, so it is better to refrain from such trips. Even just watching such shots gives you goosebumps. In order not to get into such situations, you should undergo maintenance on time. Such pedestrians don't give a damn about your traffic rules. It's scary to imagine getting a flat tire on such a trip without having a spare tire in the trunk. I wonder if I'd received these damages recently as a result of an accident or as a result of the hot temper of the driver. Who would even dare to get behind the wheel of this car? Some roads do not belong to motorists or motorcyclists, but to animals, which by their appearance paralyze all traffic. Even in today's world where everyone's in a hurry, the need to follow the rules of the road is still paramount. This driver was definitely born in a shirt.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Perhaps in 20 years, the presence of such tunnels will not be such a novelty for us. Some cars have 350 horsepower, and this one has one bull inside. I wonder if the driver is aware of the problem. When buying an electric car, the driver took care of an uninterrupted source of electricity for his car. This farmer knows how to deal with the hardest situations. This driver will always find a way out of any situation. Overtaking is prohibited here for a reason, it's just that some people ignore this. Towing can help to pull out a stuck car, but improper execution often leads to damage, such as the loss of a bumper. Apparently, the drivers of these trucks may be part of some kind of conspiracy trying to regulate the speed on the highway in this way. The driver of this truck is not wasting his time. He combines work with physical exertion, managing to perform additional tasks while driving. Apparently, he's in a hurry to go somewhere since he decided to keep moving. They've obviously been driving for decades. I wonder if there are courses on such extreme driving. It was the most expensive car wash in his life. It's definitely not the first time they've been in a similar situation, therefore hot tea and warm clothes are their faithful companions on every trip.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
It seems that none of the passers-by are surprised by this type of transport on the road. Sometimes nature takes over the duties of a tow truck and frees the roads from unnecessary cars. Moving in a confined space is very difficult, especially when you don't have the slightest idea how to avoid collisions with other cars.
What?
Such narrow streets are clearly not designed for the passage of large trucks, but a lot of things can be done for the sake of cargo delivery. This guy is not afraid of difficulties and deserves respect. I wonder how they manage not to confuse where whose car is. The mountain serpentine from a bird's eye view fascinates with its extraordinary beauty. Any driver who accidentally misses this turn will have to face terrible consequences. What could be worse than getting into a traffic jam on such a stretch of road? China is a country of advanced technology. It is easy for a tourist in such a city to lose his vigilance on the road. Even though the condition of the car leaves much to be desired, it seems to be doing everything possible to still get to its destination. Who is interested in driving on an ordinary road if you can enjoy the incredible nature and get a dose of adrenaline? Considering that he is driving with a supermarket cart, there are doubts that the driver of this car is very attentive. Before you block someone's car, it's better to make sure that its owner does not have a tool in the trunk that will solve the problem so easily.
Isso veio parar aqui, mano. Desceu meio-fio. E essa parada entrou aí. Agora, como? Eu não sei, viu? É pra acabar.
This slide turned out to be an insurmountable obstacle for him, spoiling not only the load, but also the mood for the whole day. Unfortunately, this is the case when those who came to help only aggravated the situation with their actions. According to him, civic duty can manifest itself in different ways. For example, he considers it important to find ways to punish those who violate parking rules. Traveling to distant countries by car is an incredible adventure that gives you the opportunity to see many picturesque corners of our planet. Just imagine what the adrenaline level in the blood of this driver was when he drove over this bridge.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
A bar on wheels is a great idea. The main thing is to keep everything safe and sound. The driver was so happy that he still decided to go by car, not by scooter. Given that the roadway has little in common with a football field, the driver's lack of desire to play is quite justified. The driver of this truck has found a great way to cheer up and get extreme sensations at the same time. This wheel has decided that it has fulfilled its mission, and it is time to think about its own desires. It's good that there were no eco-activists among the eyewitnesses. I'm sure their hearts would not stand such a picture. Even a huge car on large wheels can be uncomfortable moving through mud. Was the stress of parallel parking so great that he had a nervous breakdown right on the roadway? He probably wanted to get into the roadway smoothly, trying to make the maneuver more accurate, but something went wrong. Apparently, he's not doing well with reversing. Even though it would seem that he simply forgot to close the doors, even such a small thing led to a rather serious incident. We all know that Tesla owners often purchase such a car to protect the environment, but this does not always mean that they care about the safety of the people around them. The majestic deer is trying its best to show that people are not welcome here at all. When the situation on the road becomes critical, it is not surprising that many drivers start honking their horns. One way or another, anyone who allows himself to run a red light will sooner or later face trouble or the consequences of justice. The driver of this car has reached a new level of skill, and he clearly has a lot to learn.
Before watching similar videos, it would be great to buy some sedative pills. One needs nerves of steel here.
For many, the functionality of vehicles, their ability to perform their tasks efficiently, is really more important than their appearance. Do you think you had a bad start to your day? Then take a look at how difficult it was for him. It is a very intrusive method to forcibly create a festive mood among the residents of the city. Just a little bit left, and he will finally reach the seashore. It'll look much more natural there. With such a car, you can become the star of any party. Do you also see that there is something wrong with this car and it is moving suspiciously? Whoever took their parking space did not take into account that the mother knows how important it is to teach her children to defend their interests and boundaries. Apparently, the days of this car are almost over, and acceleration will only bring its collapse closer. Not every driver knows how to drift because this requires specific skills and experience. In this case, the driver perfectly demonstrated his abilities. Now don't complain that it's hard for you to get to work. Just take a look at them and sympathize. This is the case when the prank fails, and now you'll have to deal with its consequences.
이게 안 되시네. 와.
Despite the fact that cars remain a popular way of moving around, more and more people are choosing bicycles. This transport not only helps to reduce emissions of harmful substances into the atmosphere, but also helps to maintain the physical shape of its owner. Getting out of the car gracefully is not so easy. At least you need skill so that the movements do not look awkward and clumsy. In addition, the peculiarities of your clothing often only exacerbate this problem, creating the risk of exposing something unnecessary to show.
Don't forget to share the most impressive moment of this episode in the comments below. See you soon.